What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? MonkeyFlop here, and today I'm joined with MadameEve.
What's up, guys?
And we are going to give you our opinions on the Raw's 25th anniversary special. And I think we should start it off with the McMahons. What'd you think about Vince McMahon's entrance?
Dude, alright, I had to admit, I got excited when I heard the no chance. No chance. Oh, I don't want to say the word, but you know what I mean. When his song came out and you see the walk, you know, the Vince McMahon walk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Dude,
it.
the freaking Vince McMahon walk all the way down to the stage. And then he joins his son and daughter in ring. And then he still betrays as an evil villain. It was just totally awesome.
Well, come on, man. He's the ultimate villain. Has to be. Has to end it that way. As being the ultimate villain. That's just his thing.
And then next up, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin coming to the ring. And the whole time he's walking out to the ring, he's saying all the, who knows what he's saying. But he's Stone Cold. And then he comes out to the ring and oh my gosh, it felt like we were watching wrestling back in the day.
Yeah. Well, a bunch of stunners going on here and there, left and right. And then, of course, you have to throw in the brewskis. The brewskis have to be there. That was awesome.
It was awesome. 3 stunners on the McMahons. 1 on Vince, and then 2 on Shane McMahon.
Shane O'Mac. Shane O'Mac. Yeah.
It was awesome. And then, yeah, the clashing of the beer in the air and then the middle fingers. That was all awesome. I think it's safe to say that was our favorite part of the show. That
was my favorite part of the show. Honestly, it was awesome. You hear the breaking of the glass, and then you hear the music. It's like, that's it. You know, like I feel like I was back in middle school again, you know, and he was coming out, and oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Another thing that I liked was the APA coming back and that whole group getting together again and just playing poker. That was a cool little segment away from everything else. What was one of your moments maybe you liked or maybe didn't like? By the way, guys, these are our opinions. Make sure to let us know your guys' opinions in the comment section below. But is there anything that kind of stood out to you?
I liked, again, it was in the beginning, you know, the whole Jim Ross and Larry the King, you know, and their commentary. And, oh man, that was the best thing, because again, it felt like back in the days, like hearing those voices, you know. I don't know, to me, that was awesome. It was one of the best things. You know, them and Stone Cold, and then you see Gene doing the interview. Like those were awesome.
I was not expecting Gene to come out and do that interview.
No, I wasn't either.
That was pretty cool.
That was awesome. I love that part.
I knew the King and Jim were gonna be there. Those are the voice of wrestling. Like when you think of wrestling, that's the voice, right?
Voices, yeah.
The voices of wrestling.
It just, like I said, it brings you back. At least for me, it brought me back. You know, and that was the awesome part of it all. You know, like I'm watching it, and it's just like, woo-hoo-hoo, you know, bring back memories. And
yeah,
all that.
Definitely. Then they had the Peep Show, and I actually thought there was gonna be like more to the Peep Show, but I was really disappointed when they came. When the Peep Show invited Seth Rollins out, and then Jordan just starts rambling on, and the crowd's booing him and everything. What'd you think about that segment right there?
Well, I gotta admit, I like that Jordan got smacked in the face. I'm sorry, I find him so annoying. So that to me was the best part.
Are you talking about the part where the bar caused Seth Rollins to hit him in the face?
Yeah, I think it was overdue. It was overdue.
It was well overdue.
It was an accident. It's all right, Seth. I got you. I know. It's all right. Call it an accident. That's cool.
Oh man.
I'll accept that.
Oh man. And then speaking of tag teams, this is another one that was just like, really? But the Dudley Boys, what do you think about that?
That was cool. I like that. You know, bringing the table out.
Yeah.
Again, gotta be old school. Gotta bring those tables.
Yeah, heck yeah.
That's awesome. I liked it. That part I liked too. It was cool.
I personally like Rhino. I don't really lean on Heath's side, you know. So it was pretty cool that everybody kind of ganged up on him and was like, get him,
get him, and get the table. That was cool.
Old school Dudley boys. That was awesome. And then oh, this is gonna kind of hit home. Warning. MadameEve is going to be triggered right now. The Miz wins the Intercontinental Championship against Roman Reigns.
That hurt. That hurt. That really hurt. That's my boy, Roman. I love you. Give me a hug.
Give me a hug. Did you see though that the Miz couldn't win without cheating?
Always. He could never win without cheating. We all know that. We knew something was gonna happen. If it wasn't with his two knuckleheads being there helping them or whatever, him by himself, you know that something was gonna happen. He was gonna cheat.
Man,
I was just hoping that, regardless of that Roman would still win. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens in Royal Rumble.
You know, what was crazy was I didn't even see him take off the padding.
Yeah,
did you?
Nobody did, honestly. It wasn't until they showed like the replay and I was like, oh. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. So it was surprising.
Yeah, definitely surprising. Too Sweet. I know we're kind of jumping around here, but Too Sweet. What do you think about Too Sweet coming back? You know, Shawn Michaels, The Game, all of that. What do you think about that part right there?
Well, I love seeing, you know, Razor Ramon, and you know, and X-Pac, or the way I remember him, 1, 2, 3 Kid, and stuff like that. That was cool, and you know, having, you know, Balor Club come out and everything. I think that's awesome. It's like, kind of like, you know, passing the bar, like, hey, man, you guys are the next ones, you know. Come on. Like, make sure you do good.
Yeah, definitely. And since, you know, Balor's been using the Too Sweet, it was kind of a cool, nostalgic thing to see them kind of, like, pass the torch to them with that as well, right?
Yeah.
All right, so moving along here, I was actually expecting more of Chris Jericho.
I was too. I was really hoping something was gonna happen between like him and oh my gosh, what's his face?
Walk with
Elias. There you go, man. Oh, sorry, had a moment. Yeah, like I was expecting more, like, ooh, trying to be like him, you know, because he was like, I like those scarves, you know. He mentioned the scarves, and then he had the guitar, and so I was thinking like, oh, okay, something was gonna happen, and then like nothing really did.
Yeah, it was
just disappointed.
It was weird because they had the clip of them backstage in all of that, and then he comes to the ring, and you expect Chris Jericho, but then he fights John Cena. So that was interesting. I honestly thought that we would see a lot more of Jericho, and I was a little bit disappointed with that. I mean, it was pretty cool to see John Cena come out, but at the same time, the story was kind of building on Chris Jericho and just kind of fell flat for me right there.
Yeah, I don't want to say much, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed in the whole show. I was expecting a lot of things. I
honestly was too. I mean, I thought there was going to be more to Trish Stratus than just like a backstage scene with Bayley on her Twitter feed, and then, you know, just all of the women coming out in the front. I thought they were going to do more with that, and I
thought they were going to do a lot more too with the women, you know, especially with Royal Rumble, you know, this weekend, and the whole thing of like, oh, look, this is gonna be the first women's thing. I thought they were gonna, you know, circle around that more with the women that were the, you know, the frontier of it, you know, that started it all, basically, you know, for it to get to where it is now. But yeah, again, now it's just another, like, really, that's it, really,
yeah,
you know?
And it was like, all of a sudden at the Manhattan Center, we see Undertaker come out, and it was awesome to see that. But then he just kind of did his bit, and then it went. I think it cut to commercial break or something like that. Or
again, it was just one of those moments where, like, you know, like they give you the hype, you hear the music, you hear the bells, and then he does his thing, and everybody's just like at the edge of their seat, and then it's like, again, really? That was it? That's all?
Yeah.
Like, what happened with all the hype of, you know, like, oh, the Undertaker's gonna be there, and Shawn Michaels, and all, and then it's just like, there was nothing.
Yeah, right. And then Braun Strowman coming out. They had half of the locker room out to protect Kurt Angle. Braun Strowman comes out, and then we get Kane coming out, and then the Beast, right? Mm-hmm. And Paul Heyman does this huge hype thing of him, and I was a little bit disappointed because Braun Strowman just threw him through a table, and that was pretty much it. Right? I mean, he tossed him around a couple of times.
I was waiting for the one more time, you know, and knowing how Braun is, you know, that there's going to be something else.
Yeah.
And more from Kane, since he's Mr. Machine. But, you know what? In that part, I was just like, okay, whatever, you know, Royal Rumble's coming. Maybe they're just trying to save it for then. Which I'm hoping so, because again, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, when that finished, I was just like, wow, Raw's over. Okay, cool. The 25th anniversary, the big special is over. I was actually, honestly, I wasn't setting my hopes up too high, but I was expecting more from Braun, especially last week. He threw over a freaking semi-truck. He ate cake. He destroyed the locker room. He beat up a bunch of security guards. There was a lot of chaos that happened the week prior. So coming into Raw and knowing that Raw's 25th anniversary, and knowing that he is going to be a part of it with Kane and with Lesnar, I was kind of, you know, hoping for a little bit more. But
well, I wasn't expecting a lot from them. I was expecting a lot more from everything and everyone else on the show, with the people that were coming out, you know, to make an appearance, and I was expecting a lot more to happen as far as in the show. With Braun and them, I could understand right there where, again, you can't do too much because you got to save something for Rumble. But as far as everything else and everyone else, I was expecting more. I don't know. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying now, and you kind of made me change my perspective of Braun and the whole Royal Rumble thing. But I definitely agree. I was expecting more from the other people, especially old school people that were coming back to Raw.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it started off with Stone Cold, and Stone Cold delivered, and of course he delivered. He delivered his thing, and then it was like, all right, this is how it starts. So what more is coming?
Yeah,
and then it was like it was up here, and then it just went down. Like that's, and then I was thinking, okay, here it is. No, nothing. Okay, no, this time. Oh, no, nothing again. And yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I love Raw. I love WWE. It was just, again, I was expecting more. And I don't know, I feel like maybe other people did too. You know, especially with the hype, and you're reading all these things like, oh, this and that, and you don't know who else is gonna come out, and so I guess maybe I had higher expectations or something.
I think a lot of people went into this with higher expectations, especially with WWE hyping the show up for weeks and promoting it, and all of, like you said, all of these different things coming out. And I guess it was my bad for setting setting the hype up on my end. Like, I was really hyped for
like,
it.
Even like with Jimmy Fallon on, like when Triple H was on the show, he's like, you gotta be there. I was expecting that. Okay, if he's telling him like you gotta be there, then that means something was gonna happen. Jimmy Fallon is funny, so I was expecting something funny, something awesome, you know, for him to bring to the show, and then it was just like, oh, he's just sitting there. That's it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, come on, Triple H lip sync Moana.
Yeah, like even like when Elias was singing and they would show Jimmy Fallon's face on like what Elias was saying, I was thinking like, okay, Jimmy Fallon's gonna like jump out or something and be like, what, like, or compete or something. I don't know. I was just expecting something, you know, as far as that, because I was I was ready to laugh. I was ready for something. Some laughter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, any thoughts or anything else before we wrap this up?
I love seeing all the old school wrestlers. You know, I love it. That part was cool and on, and you know, again, seeing like Jim Ross and Larry the King Lawler and Gene, which that was a big surprise for me. And I was like, oh, you know, like gonna bring a tear. Yeah. That excited me, and of course, you know, like I'm hyped up for Rumble, which is I hope I should be hyped up for Rumble, WWE, please. You know, but
Rumble's always good almost every year, right? Mm-hmm. Because you got what 30 men, now you got 30 women, against each other,
and I really want to know who the last one is gonna be. As far as who they're gonna add in the women's.
Oh yeah, because they haven't announced.
Yeah. So. Ooh, bum 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 bum.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us over here. Let us know your guys' honest opinions in the comments section below. I mean, we got a good mix of emotions going on over here. There's definitely some feels, especially for me, and with Stone Cold coming out, dude. That was the best part.
It was the best part.
And Vince McMahon, of course.
The Walk.
Make sure to give us your honest opinions, like I said, in the comment section below. Hit that like button. If you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button, bell notification. That way you guys know when we post new videos. Anyways, that's it for us.
You guys are freaking awesome.